Assalamu alaikum. This is 12th lecture of managerial economics, which we discuss. As you know, we are discussing these days cost analysis and estimation. Today we will discuss two important concepts: cost volume, profit analysis, which is also called break-even analysis, and second one is learning curve concept, which is also called experience curve or progress curve. First, we will discuss cost volume profit analysis. Cost volume profit analysis, as I earlier said, also called break-even analysis. Cost volume profit analysis, an important technique used to study the relations among costs, revenues, and profits. Cost volume profit analysis shows effects of varying scale. Break-even analysis shows zero profits points of cost coverage. Break-even point in units is equal to fixed costs. Fixed cost remains constant as volume of the output divided. In order of explain break-even analysis or cost volume analysis, we use both algebraic method and the geometric method. First, we will discuss graphic method. In this figure, we can see that on horizontal axis we have plotted units of output, and on y-axis and vertical we have plotted revenues and costs. You can see that fixed cost, that is showing horizontal straight line, which is showing the fixed cost that is constant, and you can see that fixed cost curve is horizontal here, and then we have here plotted total revenue and the total cost curve, which both are linear curves, and these both curves intersect each other at point which is called break-even point. So light blue shaded area represent the area where firms bear losses. Here our total cost is greater than total revenue, and yellow shaded area showing the firm's profit where total revenue is greater than total cost. As I said, fixed cost is shown here on horizontal x-axis, which is horizontal on x-axis, and variable cost are the difference between the total cost and fixed cost. As we know, total cost is equal to total variable cost plus total fixed cost. So we can also derive total variable cost through this equation. Here total variable cost is equal to total cost minus total fixed cost. Look at this picture. Total cost and total revenue both are linear equations. They intersect at the point where output is 1000 and level of revenues and costs is 50,000. At this point where the firm breaks even, that is where total revenue exactly equal to total cost and the level of output is 1000 here. This point total revenue and total cost is 50,000 units. Here you can see on screen that difference between the revenue curve and the cost curve showing losses and profits. As we know, profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. So total revenue curve showing price times Q. Total revenue curve showing price demand relation, the firm's products. So you can see that at lower level output, total cost is lying above the total revenue curve. Therefore, the firm bear losses at lower level of output. You can see that when the output is lower, like 400, 800, here the output is lower level, so here firm bear losses at lower level of output. Then the point of where both curves intersect each other, that is the point which is called break-even point. So where the both curves intersect each other at the point break-even point. So beyond this point, total revenue curve lies above the total cost curve at high level of output. So where total revenue curve above the total cost curve, their output firm's output is higher. So here firm get profit. So this is how we can explain graphic side of the explanation of this model. Now we are discussing algebraic side explanation. This is very important concept from managerial point of view. That is, the manager and business executive, they want to see the level of sale that is required for the firm where the firm break even. So you can see that here total revenue shows the relationship between price times Q. Price total revenue shows the relations price and demand, and total cost is equal to total fixed cost plus average variable cost times Q. We know that total cost is equal to total fixed cost plus total variable cost. So by replacing total variable cost, we can also write it as average variable cost and Q. Here where total revenue cost is exactly equal to total revenue curve exactly equal to total cost curve, that point is called break even point. And here total revenue here at break even point total revenue exactly equal to total cost. So by substituting the values of total revenue and total cost, we can get here price times Q is equal to total fixed cost plus average variable cost times Q. So you can see that here total fixed cost is also equal to PQ minus average variable cost Q. So here total fixed cost is equal to Q price minus into price minus average variable cost. So by dividing price minus average variable cost on both sides, we can get the formula of break-even point. In this example, you can see that here firm's total fixed cost is 20,000, which shown the horizontal line. The point where the total revenue cost is exactly equal to total cost, that is break-even point, where our input is equal to output is equal to 1000. At this point total revenue and total cost is 50,000. So above 50,000 you can see that the level of output beyond where Q is equal to 10,000 firm earning profit, because here total revenue curve above total cost. So where total revenue total revenue curve above total cost, that is firms get profit. That is the point where firm get profit. Here we have linear curve where total revenue curve slope indicates price which is fixed. We also assuming prices of inputs in linear model. We can also prices of inputs fixed in cost volume analysis. So if change comes in this model that the prices of inputs and average variable cost prices are not fixed, that case not able to apply linear model. We So in this case, we have to draw nonlinear model. But we are takes here some fixed costs. Now we can represent it by algebraically. Here fixed prices are, which is equal to price is equal to 50, total fixed cost is equal to 20,000, and average variable cost is equal to 30. So by using the break even point formula, we can get our output, which is equal to 1000. Target profit is equal to, firm can also find out our target profit by using this formula, and here target profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. So firm takes values above 50,000 to find out the formula to find out the target profit. So firms firm target profit is 10,000. You can see that here by here total revenue is equal to 80,000 and total cost is equal to 10,000. So in order of achieve target output, we also can use this formula by slightly change it. Here the formula is QB, break even point formula is equal to total fixed cost over price minus average variable cost. So here substituting the values of total fixed cost over price, which is equal to 50, and average variable cost, which is equal to 30, we can get our output. Here we can also find out target output, slightly change in break even point formula. So we add target profit in numerator, where total fixed cost plus target profit over denominator. In denominator is price minus average variable cost. So we add target profit in numerator. Now in order to find the target profit, we are going to use this formula, and where by substituting the values, total fixed cost, which is equal to 20,000, and target profit, which is equal to 10,000, price is equal to 50, and average variable cost is equal to 30. So substituting these values, we can get our target output, which is equal to 1500. We can check that at this level firm can earn 10,000 profit, because our target profit is 10,000. We can also check it total revenue, which is equal to price time Q. Our fixed price is 50, and our target output is equal to 1500. So our total revenue will be 75,000. Our total cost is equal to total fixed cost. Here total fixed cost is equal to 20,000 plus our average variable cost is equal to 30, and our target output is equal to 1500. So substituting the values of total fixed cost, average variable cost, and output, we can get total cost is equal to 65,000. We can check it, and indicates our target profit is 10,000. If firm has a target profit that want to earn, firm can check target profit through this formula. Next, we are going to discuss another important concept, which is called learning curve. This is also called experience curve, and other name is progress curve. Most popularly, we called it learning curve. So, learning curve concept gave first German psychologist. After this, it quantified in 1936 Wright Patterson in United States, and there is determined that when volume of output doubled, the labor time saved 10 to 15%. Basically, in learning curve learning curve is related to labor time. When you repeat one work, so through experience you will be better and efficient. So, learning curve shows the rate of improvement in performing a task as a function of time or the rate of change in average cost in hours or dollars as a function of cumulative output. So, you can say that uh, decline in the average input cost of production with rising cumulative total output over time. So look at this picture. You can see that here our total production, total output is increasing over the time. Here manager worker efficiency will be increased over the time. They have experience, skilled over the time. There is production experience, there will be production experience over time and less wastage. Here average total cost will be decreased. You can see that on y-axis average total cost is decreasing and on x-axis our output is increasing over the time because of it is it's because of specialization, because efficiency of workers increasing over the time. Here are some learning curve concepts. Learning causes an inward shift in the long run average cost curve due to better production knowledge. So, when long run average cost curve operating in environment, if any change comes due to this, the entire total cost curve will be shift upward or downward. For example, if inputs prices increase or due to inflation as a result, our average total cost curve will be shift, so don't be confused with long run average cost shifts. It's due to any innovation. So over the time period when our workers will be efficient and they have better knowledge of production, so long run average cost curve will be shift inward. Learning is often mistaken for a scale economies. If learning results in 20% to 30% cost savings, it becomes a key part of competitive strategy. So, through the experience, well, through the workers' experience, when time will be saved 20% to 30%, it becomes a key part of competitive strategy. Look at this diagram. On x-axis are our total unit production and on y-axis are our uh, costs. So you can see that on when our average cost is less, our learning curve is inward. You can see that when our average cost is above, our learning curve is outside. So, when manager worker efficiency will be increased over the time, so and they have experience for better production, so our time will be saved and our costs also will be decreased. So our learning curve will be shift inward. Here rate is 0.8. You can see at this diagram. And when our workers will be inefficient, our learning curve rate will be 0.8. Next we will discuss uses of learning curve. Learning curve, a lot of uses of learning curve. Learning curve uses in industries with standardized product and competition based on price, then product variety or services. Learning curves have been documented in many industries used to forecast personnel, machinery and raw material. So it also used in pricing policies. In real world, American firms and Japanese firms use it aggressively. They did prices cut, so when sales increase and production will also increase, so workers efficiency increase and time will be saved. Through this pricing process, Japanese and American firms remain successful in making pricing policy. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. God bless you.